Hey, so it's Friday and it's time for yet another review. I'm going to be looking at the business page of network marketing companies today, not just at a post. And I picked an interesting company and I'll tell you the reason why I picked that company. Well, actually, I used to be with that company myself a few years ago, but not anymore. But I was wondering what they are doing, so decided to have a look. And it was interesting to see what's going on, if anything changed. And so I'll be looking at that page to see, to see how they are doing their marketing and to see if we can learn something from it, whether how not to do something, whether how to do something. Let's see if something changed. And just to let you know, I'm doing these reviews, if you want to call them that way. I don't really do proper reviews. I have a look at some stuff, sometimes for educational purposes. I'm not doing them to criticize, to be negative about anything, the company or the people with that company. I want you to learn because unfortunately, a lot of marketing material that network marketers are using without understanding that isn't great. And I want you to do better so you can get better results, so you can create the life that you want by starting this business. And um, and so and by the way, we haven't met. My name is Edita. I'm a former struggling networker, and I was feeling very awkward prospecting, approaching people, and asking people to look at my stuff, inviting them to meet over coffee. And I was very shy. I was always postponing, starting talking about my stuff. And in many cases, I never started talking about my stuff. I was just too shy, too uncomfortable doing those things. So I was struggling, but then I found a way to overcome these issues. And it removed all the shyness, it removed all the awkwardness. And in fact, I don't have to prospect anymore. Instead, I'm benefiting from, believe it or not, I'm benefiting from human nature. And this is something most networkers don't know, are not aware about, are not taught. And so they struggle, and it's normal to struggle because a lot of prospecting methods go against human nature. So I was very lucky to find these other methods that actually work for the network marketer and for the prospects too. They feel natural. So if you are somebody like me, shy and feel awkward and salesy, and you want to find a different way to build this business, I have a new free video, and you can find it at, again, wrong side pointing all the time. I don't know. It's kind of upside the other way around on the screen here. Viesnow.com/get cure. And you will see, if you go there, you'll see why I call it the cure. And because it changed everything, and I can't even pretend, I'm not excited about teaching this stuff to other people, to other networkers. It took a while for me to create this, but now I have it. So back to my review. So I don't know, I can't remember if I mentioned at the beginning of this video, but basically this is a company that I used to be with. And you know what? This one of those things. I still have a load of stuff from that company in my drawer that built up over the time. I wasn't that company. I wasn't able to use that much, and I wasn't able to sell it, and it's still there. And actually, I was going through that stuff today to see if it's still valid, if it hasn't expired. and it hasn't. A lot of it hasn't. So now I need to get back to using it, and because I didn't have time because of my daughter, my baby, my business and stuff like that. But anyway, so this company is actually about essential oils, and it's called Young Living. And I love essential oils, but the opportunity itself didn't work for me. I'm actually still in touch with the upline, with my upline. She's a very nice lady. She's very determined and dedicated. However, I just couldn't do prospecting, so I quit. And then eventually I ran into something different, and because of the strategies that I found, my fourth opportunity was saved. Anyway, so let me go to the business page and see what we can learn from it. I'm gonna share my screen. Hopefully you can see it. So now it just sort of looks bizarre, but I'm gonna go to a different tab and hopefully you can see it. So here is the company. It's called Young Living Essential Oils. And, when I look at the banner, it doesn't really represent the company. I mean, it does for people who know something about that company. I imagine this is France. They have fields in France, lavender fields in France, and this is harvesting. And by the way, they invite their networkers, their marketers to those harvesting events. They all do that. I never went, but actually always wanted, just never happened. So anyway, if I was managing this business page, I'd put some banner, something. I would write something on a banner. And if you are using your personal profile, if you have a social media profile that you are using, I suggest use this cover as a real estate to give your message, what you are about. If you are using your personal profile, I personally don't actively use my personal profile to build my business yet. Well, we'll see how it goes, but if you are using it, put something. But there's a catch. Just don't put the name of your company. Don't put your company's branding, and don't put something that describes features of your product. Put something that describes benefits of your products to your audience. Somebody, if you can think of your ideal prospect, who would that be, and why they would want to do business with you or to buy from you. Use the space. And I'd say this, well, it's a bit different with business pages because from all my research that I've done so far, I understand that these business pages are mostly for network marketers with that company, and they wouldn't be good for any other person who is just wandering around trying to see what's going on. It's mostly, and even the language, the lingo they use, and everything else, it's mostly for the network marketers with that company. I don't know if it's intentional or not. I hope it is. And I'll tell you why in a second. But mostly the stuff they post usually only makes sense to the network marketers with that company. Now, this company has a massive following. It's an old company, well-established company. And when you think about it, when there are so many people following and so many network marketers with that company, probably hundreds of thousands or maybe millions network marketers with the company, and they are sharing this stuff from their business page. And that's why I said I hope business pages are intended, like intentionally manage, in order to provide content for the network marketers, because first of all, usually I don't see very good examples of marketing material on business pages. And the second point is that if network marketers with the company are not aware that this material is for them, they keep sharing it. And look, this post has 16 shares. That's not that much. I hope you can see it. All right. This post has 69 shares and 82 shares. Okay. So people are sharing this stuff to their personal profiles. Now, why is it not okay? Imagine all these people sharing all this stuff. Imagine somebody's connected with you, and with your fellow networkers with this company. Maybe you are not even aware that that might be happening. If they see this picture once, this image once, on somebody else's profile, do you think they'd be interested in seeing this picture and reading this same post on your profile again? I don't think so, especially if it's not relevant to them, and if they don't really know you, they're not gonna be interested in reading the same stuff. That's why people are getting immune to stuff, because if their brain recognizes and says, I've seen this, they just keep scrolling. That's it. So that's very important for you to understand that you need to be different. And I had a video maybe last week or this week about why it's so important to be different. And if you want to find that video, it was literally either this week or last week, can't remember properly. But it's very, very, and not necessarily for the reasons you might think of. There is one important reason nobody thinks about why it's so important to be different. So apart from grabbing people's attention and so on. So anyway, so the posts from this company actually are okay. Okay, some of them are okay, not all of them. Some of them are okay, and I'll tell you one example. I hope you can see this. Let me see if I can make it larger. Anyway, so this post, great news, popular products are now back in stock. Check this site. Okay, this post is literally only for network marketers. It's information that some sort of products are back in stock. However, it's not clear what products they should be listing. If they want people to pay attention, they should be more specific. But people are sharing this post, not that many times, but it was only posted 19 hours ago. Not that many times, but still are sharing this post. And imagine somebody in your audience who has nothing to do with this company. Is this post gonna make them interested? I don't think so. Definitely not. Definitely not, unless they are already buying from this company and we're missing some products that were out of stock. But in terms of getting somebody to join you or to buy from you, a new person, totally useless. And also repelling, because people would be like, oh, why am I seeing this? I didn't come here. I didn't come to Facebook to buy anything. This one is actually okay, because you know why? Because it says something about the benefit. It talks about the benefits. I'll make it a little larger. So it talks about cleaning. Okay, so you can use essential oils to put them in your cleaning detergents, or they even produce some stuff with essential oils in them for cleaning your house. So it says looking for which essential oil out of your collection to use for your all natural cleaning regimen. So it touches on the problem or the benefit is for cleaning the house. So at least it says that. However, what is very important, imagine the market of all the cleaning detergents. Imagine somebody looking something to clean the house. Why would they choose this over all the other stuff that they see in the supermarket that it's very handy, uh, just sitting there, you just grab something passing by, and it's easy, it's cheaper, and no extra energy or anything. No, do you think that people are gonna actually stop wondering, okay, yeah, this is something different. I need to learn more about it. Let me Google. If they go Google, you know what happens then? They see the link. If they get interested, they see the link where they Google, they click that link and they disappear from your site. Okay. So it's very important if you are in the business that sells some sort of commodity type of the product, like cleaning stuff or creams or supplements, it's very, very important to show people why it's different, because otherwise they don't have a reason to buy from you. Maybe it cleans better, maybe it cleans faster, maybe it lasts longer, and so on. So if it sounds just another cleaning detergent, that's it. Nobody's gonna get interested just because you posted about it, unless they know you already, and somehow they are interested. I saw an okay post here. Mm, something. Okay, I think this one about Valor. There's a name. There's an oil called Valor, and it says for days when quitting is tempting, reach for Valor. Okay, so this post in the first sentence, and it's important, addresses the problem. Okay, it's for the days when quitting is tempting. What kind of quitting? Okay, this could be improved. The sentence could be made more specific, but at least it does address a specific problem. Now, you can start with a benefit, or you can start with the problem. Either works fine, but don't start with the ingredients, with the size of the bottles, with the colors of the bottles, with the, I don't know, nice labels or something like that. It's a good practice to start with a problem. And if somebody is in the situation, struggling, working on their business, getting tired, getting overwhelmed, and maybe at that moment they are feeling like quitting, and they see this is gonna grab their attention. It will. It could be made better, drilling a bit more into that, maybe adding some emotion, like quitting is tempting, and you are feeling frustrated or stuck or something like that, you know. But generally, this is one of the best posts I've seen on business pages, because it starts with a problem. The other way to start is with the benefit, and there are more ways, but I want to keep it simple for you. So I think that's enough. That's fine for now. And I just want to, I hope you heard a few points that sharing from your company's business page is not ideal. First of all, to expose the name. Secondly, to be because you would look similar with everyone else, and nobody has the reason to do business or buy from you over the years, and people become immune to what they keep seeing again and again and again. They just don't pay attention. You are the same. I am the same. Oh, I've seen this. I've seen this. I've seen this. In fact, the way our brain works, it skips that stuff before we even realize it. Before we become aware of it, it just skips it. Okay, and also the phrasing, the wording, the posts themselves from your company might not be ideal, very far from ideal, because very often they focus on the product, the name of the product, how the product is made, and so on, but not on the benefit or benefits of your product. And it's very important. If it doesn't do that, if it doesn't trigger what's in it for me, for your audience, they just not gonna read it. They just not gonna consume it unless that person is very, very hot, like in the very hot market, in your case. Otherwise, no chance. No chance. I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I've learned so much about the stuff, and so much of the stuff is now obvious. And for some reason, I didn't understand it back then. And for some reason, network marketers are not taught this stuff. And it's frustrating because that's the root cause why people are struggling and quitting and not getting the life they actually want and the life they hoped they would have when they started this business. Because people don't just start a network marketing business just because. Most people have goals and dreams, and they have specific needs, and they want to create a different life. However, most network marketers don't succeed and they quit, and it's sad. So anyway, so I hope this was helpful. And I want you to learn, and I want you to start creating your own posts and do them better than your own company, than your upline, and to finally get attention from your audience. Anyway, so if you're watching this, thanks very much for watching. And it's Friday, so I hope you're enjoying the thought that it's Friday. I am. I don't know. Weekends don't make big difference for me, but somehow it still feels nice. Well, at least I give myself permission to have a glass of wine on Friday night. So looking forward to that. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.